Hi, we have just finished the Fish River Canyon, finished yesterday, and we thought we'd kind of put down a few thoughts on what we've learned from our 5-day trek.
Yeah, I think the first thing is, if one of your party drops out and there's only two of you, you are going to have to join up with another group. Either you're going to have to wait at the gate and hopefully join up with a group that way, or if you can, link up with somebody online and then join up with them, because they are not going to let you through that gate without a minimum of 3 people. So very important.
Have your medical papers ready, have your declaration signed. At reception they will make you sign a waiver, and have cash with you for your park fees, because they don't take any credit cards for park fees, or cash. Before you leave home, you need to plan exactly where you want to camp, how many kilometers you want to do. Don't just get there and climb down and go, I'm going to walk along the river and camp wherever. It's not going to work. I thought this was going to be an easy trail with a hard first day. No, it's very difficult. It's a very difficult trail.
Yeah, look, I think even if you don't make your camp that night, or if you go past your camp, at least you know where you're at. You know how far behind you are or how far ahead you are, and then you can work it out and start planning for the rest of the days to catch up or whatever. But I think it's very important to have those goals and to know exactly where you stand on that trail each day.
Take a GPS with you and a map. People thought we were really strange having a paper map with us, but it really helps you. You can actually see what bends are coming up. Everything is in a larger scale than just on your watch. We had the GPS watch. The GPS watch will tell you are on the track, no, you're 50 meters off the track, move to the left, move to the right. But the map really tells you exactly, I know where I am, there's that mountain, there's that rock, that bend. It really helped us.
Yeah, and don't just go down there and expect to learn how to use the GPS and a map down there. Make sure you have practice beforehand. You know how the watch works. You know how to read a map. Very important. Makes the trip so much more pleasant and more visible.
And then what we learned was, as the second day came in, because the first day was so hard, and then the second day starts off just as hard, where I was nearly in tears and I was practicing my swearing. I was going, this is not a hike, this is a climb with a backpack on. It's like the canyon has fallen in on itself, and you are just climbing over rocks and boulders that are enormous, trying to balance, sit on your ass, try and get up, down. It was really hard, and only probably on the second day, then you start looking and going, you know what, on the other side of the river, if I can get there, that looks flatter, and you start going for the easiest way, because you need to find those easy spots.
Yeah, it is so important. When you're climbing over those rocks and over those boulders being less than 1 kilometer an hour, you really can't cover the distance. So although people might think it's just a walk down a river, it's not. There's some serious navigation, some serious choices you need to make to be able to find the harder, smoother ground. And really a GPS with a good route and a map really helps you find that, which side of the river should I be on. It is really critical. And also the shortcuts, you can't miss those, otherwise you're adding on 10-20 kilometers to your whole route. So navigation in this route is actually key. It is really key.
Your first morning, before you get there, have a good breakfast. And the first thing you put on is your sand gaiters. They are going to save your feet with all that sand. I don't think you can do this trail without them. There's no ways.
Yeah, they kept our feet really clean. We've got no sand in our shoes whatsoever. Brilliant. Must take them.
You're walking through sand dunes and soft sand sometimes. And that sand is just everywhere.
Almost like a powder. Almost like dusty powder. So fine.
Trekking poles is another must. There were people that didn't have trekking poles, and I guess maybe if you are fine with that, but if you really want to have extra power walking through the sand, and actually we used them all the time, even on the hard surfaces, we were pushing hard with our arms. So it also saves your legs, takes about 30% off your legs, I think, so they definitely help.
Yeah, really, it's if you don't have trekking poles, like doing a 4x4 trail in a 2x4 car, it really adds on that extra dimension, and make sure that you put your rubber booties, or get rubber booties to put over the ends. You are going across a lot of rocky sections, boulders, etc., and that also just adds to the grip. So really take along a pair of poles. You'll then be doing a 4x4 course with 4x4.
Yes, the balance you need with your heavy backpack, especially over those boulders. Even if they're small boulders, you still need it, because you are in the middle of nowhere with no help, and you don't want to injure yourself. So, also, I think light, flexible shoes, like flexible hiking boots that are light, are much better than those heavy boots with heavy soles. The sand and the bouldering, we had light, flexible shoes, and we were doing much better than the people with the hard soles. These bloody flies. What you have to take is insect repellent, either a cream or a spray, something. But when you're walking, you just get inundated with these muggies that just attack your face and bite. It was like, I don't know where they came from, but they just wanted to attack your face. And you spent the whole time doing this. And we did buy a little thing of insect repellent at the hotel before we left, which we finished. It worked for a bit, and then slowly wears off, and they still eat it. But those muggies were bad. We've just finished it now, and it's July. So I don't know if it's only this time of season, but yeah, we did not expect a lot of muggies.
They are in your ears, they are in your eyes, and you are going to swallow a few of them as well.
Yes. Another thing. We did not take a satellite phone, but if we had to do this again, we would definitely take a satellite phone. I think one person in a group should have a phone.
Must have a satellite phone. I think, when you're down there in the canyon, you just realize that getting any form of help and getting extracted out of there is going to be very difficult. So, really take a satellite phone. If you do get injured down there and unable to get out, you are in a serious situation, and having a satellite phone was just going to add that extra level of safety.
If it's not, like, we didn't take one because we were going, I don't think we'll need it. No, we don't need it. We won't take one. But if one person has got one, you might not use it. But we passed two groups that needed that phone. One group actually sat at Sulphur Springs for 2 days, 3 days?
3 days before.
3 days before someone actually could help them and get them out. because no one that walked past had a satellite phone. There was another group that had fallen behind. They were a party of 9, and then suddenly they were a party. The 6 foster people carried on, and the 3 got left behind. They were going, we just want to get out, but that no one had a phone. No, they couldn't get any help. We didn't have a phone. So even if you've got that phone, it might not be for you, but you might be helping other people as well.
See if that'll help.
Yeah, and then a medical kit, really spend some time, do some research on a decent medical kit. Take things that can be used for both medical and repairs, like duct tape. So we had to repair our water bladder with the duct tape from our medical kit. So we'll do a bit more information when we do our gear guide on that. But the medical kit, really spend some time, get a decent medical kit. Doesn't have to be massive, but just make sure that it's very practical, and very, very useful.
Are you refreshed?
July has been up and down. It's been, you'll be walking in a t-shirt, and then suddenly the next day you are in a thermal vest thing and a down jacket. It's at night you all are also all over the place. It's one night you hot and humid, and you're like going, golly, I can't sleep, it's so hot. And then the next minute you need the your down sleeping bag, and you're freezing. So it's literally, you have to cover all bases.
No, it's really all over the place. Very difficult to predict, even if you look at the weather forecast beforehand. So yeah, just make sure you're prepared for extreme heat and extreme cold, as it is July at the moment. Obviously the weather does change depending on the month, but really got to cater for everything. Yeah.
We decided also to take a tent, and we were like, okay, well, we'll put the tent up, but we'll be like all nice and cozy, which we were. It was really nice. We put our camera equipment inside the tent, and then the wind howled, and you're kind of thinking, oh, well, we're protected, we're fine, the sand's not getting in. And then the next morning you look and your camera equipment is covered in fine dust. It literally ruined our Zoom camera. We can't use it anymore. Throw away, gone. So if you're taking equipment or any type of electrical stuff at night, put it in a zip seal bag, even if you're in a tent, because that dust gets in everywhere.
Yeah, it is unbelievable, extremely fine. It came right through the material of the tent. Unbelievable. I would not have liked to have been sleeping on the ground that night. We would have just been completely covered in sand, and that's one of the reasons why we did decide to take a tent. Maybe just while we're on the tents, tent pegs, leave them at home. They're completely useless in the sand. If you're going to do anything, maybe put some guy ropes at the tent points, and you can tie them around rocks or something like that. But certainly tent pegs, leave them at home, complete waste of time.
Yes. And I think off the top of our heads, that's about everything we've learned. We will be doing a video on all our gear that we took, and we also will be doing a video of all the shots that we took of our trail. So that'll be coming up.
So keep watching, and yeah, cheers for now.
And it was a fantastic trail.
Fantastic trail.